Once this is completed, switch on int. I'm going to do this one more time. Texture to choose, int. Do, 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 do. And unfortunately, I don't have a slider for this. The way I would do this is probably some type of value slider, but in this case, we're just going to have to go with actually, since they can see it, that'd be fine. Okay. So I don't even have to switch on it. I can do set material. And the material you get is whichever one you choose out of that. Yeah. So this is pretty much roughly what you've got so far. So if we do that and then go 1, okay, so it doesn't like something I'm doing. Well, that doesn't work at all. New material instance. It's actually giving me ideas for my other thing, so hopefully we'll be able to figure this out. Oh, I forgot to do. Maybe. Zero, 1, 2. There's 4 minus 1. Okay. Let's see. No, I don't want a default pin, that's for sure. This should work. Apparently. I wonder if there's maybe a bug. Because it looks like what's happening is it's taking whatever the last one I entered here. It's taking that one and saving it over all of the other ones, which it should not be doing. Then if the user enters 5 for selected texture, it will load the... yeah, I mean, honestly, that's kind of how, like, that's in essence what we're doing here. So, like, other than the fact that you manually create it, whereas I'm doing the automated creation for whatever we're looking for. That's really the only significant difference between the approaches from what I'm gathering here. But for some reason, mine is just not wanting to work. Hey, how's it going, Bloody Body? What is going on here? Where's my material? Did I set it in the wrong... If it's going for the parameter name. Okay, so what I would do there, Romfio, let's see. Once you're, let's see, loaded during runtime. So what I would probably do, actually, once it's been constructed, because the construction script only happens in when the object is first created in the editor. Typically, the construction script is usually not running at runtime. So what I would do, just to prevent all of those textures from being loaded, take your take whatever your array is and do this. Boom. So what that's going to do is as soon as begin play occurs, it takes your array and just cleans it out. That way all of those textures should not be loaded. Of course, that's, what I think will happen. Tried it, didn't work. Well, shit. Have you tried setting the sampler source here to shared wrap so that it doesn't do that? Because shared wrap does increase the sampler size for a material, but that's beside the point. Well, damn. I actually don't have a good answer for that at all. I'm sorry. I let me think on it. I'm gonna be like, I will do what I can over the weekend while I'm working on the Steam or the Stream Pro thing and getting like possibly my Patreon set up and all. Let me write down. Let's see. Oh, cube maps. Ooh, cube maps are different. And I've never messed with those. Or I don't know if they're handled the same as regular textures or what the sampler size would be. Yeah, that's more of a rendering question. What I would do at this point, because that's a little bit beyond me right now, because I'm not a rendering guy really, and while I do a little bit with materials, it's nowhere close to. Does not start streaming reports the memory used by the cube maps under non-streaming textures. Yeah, what I would do is I would post that in the content creation section of the forums, because our typical forum developers, especially the ones who visit the content creation section, are incredibly intelligent, and most of them would probably be able to come up with something that would work. If you need it specifically through blueprints, maybe post it in the blueprint section instead. But because most of the blueprint guys are, not necessarily material savvy, they may not have the expertise that you're kind of looking for right now. Um, Damn, that's a tough one. Because like you can't force garbage collection. That's the thing, or at least not through blueprints. I don't know. Ah, damn. Yeah, because I don't think you can force garbage collection in blueprints at all. Oh, wait. Collect garbage. Deletes all unreferenced objects, keeping only referenced objects. Maybe you can force it to collect garbage. I am floored. I did not know that existed. So, to answer your question, maybe that. I am pointing at the screen just so you know, like, yeah, maybe that. All right, well, um, I am going to go ahead and call it a night, everyone, because I've got to get going for this other thing. So, thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. Always a pleasure. Glad we got to do some stuff. We are getting further and further along with this rotating camera thing, which is pretty cool. Maybe figured out something else. Oh, for character animation walking backwards. Oh, animation. Not a problem, Rumfio. Animation. I will think on that. Let me see if I can. Oh, I'm so sorry, Psych. Um, okay, I'm gonna push off what I've got going on for just a second here. I have got a weapon asset pack from the marketplace, and one of the many assets seems to reference an asset from the author's other weapon packs. If I add these assets to my boilerplate project and migrate this to my real project, I'll get a warning about the reference assets, but I cannot find out which of the assets has been broken. I do not want to test each one manually. So if you open the error logs, when you get that, if you come up to like, let's see, developer tools message log, when you get it, oftentimes it'll have a link to whichever asset is actually having the reference error. It'll be like it'll be a different color. So right here. So it'll have the error and it'll be like access none, blah blah blah, and it'll say this is the node, in this event graph. So you can go like this. And I fixed this earlier, which is why it's so. Let's do this. Compile. Boom. So if you click that, it'll show you which specific object. If you click